How to use the Tasklist Library. Well, we've signed in as a therapist and we've come to our Tasklist Templates page. And here we have two tabs at the top. One is My Tasklist, which I've created, which I've previously copied across in the library, and the library. So we're currently in the library tab here. You can see this is the library where you can basically take any of these and copy them across into your My Tasklist page and then use them with your patients. So what we've done here is we've come in, and you can see that there's a range of different pre-created task lists here. There's more than one page of them, so we can scroll down and sort of have a look at what's in the library at the moment. This will be updated periodically as well, so it's worth keep checking back. So here it shows us various things. The title of the task list. In this case, the first one is a visual processing battery, which would be a visual battery test comprised of a range of tasks from within visual processing, which you could use with a client, and to analyze those results you might determine the sorts of exercises, levels that they need to be working at in visual processing, for example. So a great starting sort of template, that one. There's another one for auditory processing there, and then as we go down, there's life skills ones, semantic, memory ones, problem solving, understanding conversations, and so on. Here it also goes through single words, through sentences, up to conversations. So we can choose any level of task within that. So I could go into here and see exactly what is within this particular task list. So here I could do further analysis and see that this one is a word picture matching task, and there's also a mix of things. So there's some semantics, animals ones there, and also I could go down and look at that would finish with pointing to an adjective, selecting one picture from two. So a good range there within a low level of a single word level of a mixture of visual, auditory, and semantics. So if I wanted to, I can add that into my task list by just clicking this button at the top here. But then here it also shows me the number of total questions within the task list, an estimated time that it would take the client to complete this. And this is based upon an average of every client that's ever used it within React 2. So it gives you an idea as to how long it would take them to do. And also finally a difficulty level. You also notice there's some categories here and also some tags which can help us to find items within the library. So if we come out of this one, what we can see is we can filter by these features. So we go into, say, the difficulty level that we saw there. That was a low difficulty. So let's choose all the low difficulty ones, and it brings just those in for us. Or we could choose a mixture. We could choose maybe low to medium as well, and maybe medium ones. And it shows us all of those now within the library that we could look through. And of course, what you can do with these filters is you can remove them like so by clicking on these crosses here, or clear all of them and go back to the full library again. So you can actually filter down by category. As you can see here, you could go in and just ones for stroke, or you could filter by module within React 2. So we could look at just the life skills ones, for example. The difficulty level we've looked at. We could also filter by number of questions. So you can pull this drag bar and actually find the number of questions you're wanting to set within there. So between 70 and 90 questions there, for example. And it's popped that into here, as you can see. That's our filter at the moment, or I could clear that filter as well. And finally, you can do it by time. So if you wanted a particularly long task list, you could just filter by those. There's one there, life skills, which is very long. So once we've chosen the task list we want to set, let's choose this visual processing one, a battery test. We can now add this to our task list. So we've determined this is the one we're after. So I'll have a quick look down and I can see everything that's within it. It's a very big one, this, because it's a battery of the whole of visual processing, various levels, trying to test somebody's ability then later you could analyze these results and then determine which areas they need to focus on in the visual processing perhaps. So a really good one to get. So let's add that to my task list, and let's just call it Visual Processing Battery in this case, and I'll keep the description for my own use. So I'll add that to my task list. That now brings it across into my Tasklist Templates area from the library, and I can do further editing here if I wanted to. I could edit the actual template name and description. I could favorite it if within my task lists. It gives me the estimated time as we saw before. I can now do further editing if I wanted to. So if I wanted to, I could give them more questions in certain areas. As you see, the estimated time went up and the number of questions went up there. I could even add more tasks in if I wanted to within visual processing if I thought that that was appropriate. So I could go in and say add a reading comprehension, word picture matching, written word level 3, and add that in. Everything adjusts here. It tells us a new estimated time for the client to complete this. So we've got really good control over this once we've got it down, and we can actually then save that into our list of My Tasklist Templates, or we could immediately set it for a client. So let's first of all just save it into our list. So here we go. Here's our Tasklist Templates, and you can see at the very top, Visual Processing Battery has been it's been copied across from the library, and now I can set this for my own client if I want to. So it saved me a whole lot of time. I've got this superb battery of questions that I'm going to set for Bob, and that's now going to be set for him. I'm going to say, Bob, try these visual exercises, and Bob's going to complete this hopefully, and we will get a really great idea as to the levels he's working at. That's now set for Bob. So that's how you copy a task list across from the library. That's how you can edit it further, and how you can set it for your clients to get a really quick start for them using React 2.